Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and today is crazy. The markets, they're crashing. The markets are going down. If only we were prepared for this. Oh, wait a minute. We were, because I literally posted on TikTok, on Twitter, in my VIP, even in the free chat, that, hey, look, I'm selling the majority of my coins. And this was a few days ago when we were all the way up here. And luckily, or not luckily, but the market did come all the way down. So if you are not in the free chat yet, you could check this out. I mean, we just said, do you have any clue on how much Sol Quant.hbar will dump? And I replied, I'm going over the market today, which I'm doing right now. And I'll post updates. But I did mention that I was selling a few days ago, and I even gave out my chart for Quant, which hit. And then Daniel said, yeah, following your lead, bought a little on the dip at 260 and sold again at 320. And Paul B even said, me too, went all into stables after watching your TikTok. Peace sign, clap, clap, clap. Very proud. So if you're not part of the free chats or the VIP or following me on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, follow them. I'll put all the links below in the description. And I should have the links below in this video regardless, like pretty much either right here or right here. I need to figure out the exact locations. But regardless, let's get into this. I'm going to be going over the total market cap, the Bitcoin dominance levels, the altcoin dominance levels, Ethereum, Cardano, Quant, Solana, BNB, Doge, XRP, DOT, Uniswap, Link, and a whole lot more. Also, in this video, I'm going to give you the rules of trading cryptocurrencies and, of course, also my trading cheat sheet checklist. So these are two different things that I like to use when I trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this very, very quickly. And then for this one, what you could do right now is you could look at this rules of trading cryptocurrencies that are on your screen, and you could just take a screenshot of it and then, keep it and look over it. So this is the first page. These are the first 19 rules that I wrote down, and then going on to the next, this is the next 21 rules, and then these are the next another 20 rules, and these are all the rules, everything that I've learned over the last few years trading cryptocurrencies that I put together. Every time I think of something that's like very, very important, I'll put it into my rules of trading cryptocurrencies. So now you have all of the rules, so you could just screenshot that, go back, pause the video, look it over. I'm going to look it over again right now, even before I go through this, because I like to look over this over and over and over again nearly every single week, just so I have it in my brain. I know exactly what to look for. This is how you get better. Repetition, following your rules, following the system. I tell you what, I followed my system the entire time and I made a lot of money. And then I did not follow it one day and I lost a ton of money just by not following my system, not by following my rules for one day. And that's what happens. You have to be unemotional. You can't FOMO. You have to just simply follow the rules. And so that's what that is. Also, I have my trading cheat sheet checklist. This is available in my course at cryptoelite.com, but I'm giving it to you right now just because you're watching this video. So once again, you could pause this video and you could read this checklist, or you can screenshot it. Of course, if you get the course at cryptoelite.com, then you could print this course out. Print this out, this cheat sheet, and you could have it on your desk. I have the desks. I have it right here, and I look over this, before I do my market scans, just once again it's just better to look it over all the time. And so you have your set of rules and you do it, because that's how you win in trading. So that's what this is. So now that you have this, because you could have paused the video and screen recorded all of this, or I guess screenshotted it, I'm going to look over this right now, and then I will be right back, and then we'll get into this crypto update. All right, guys, so now we're going to get into this, and I'm going to start off by going over the trading cheat sheet checklist, and you can find this at cryptoelite.com, but we're going to start off by just going over the general principles, which says that in a bull market, you want to buy early and ride the wave. In a bear market, you want to either stay out, go short, or have conservative profit targets for your long trades. You have to know the sentiment of the market, where it is, and where we are in the market cycles. Knowing that, let's take a look at the total market cap for all of cryptocurrency. You could see that we topped out over here back in May and had a huge drawdown. This is when Bitcoin fell drastically and the whole market fell drastically. And then we ran all the way back up and we made a lower high in the total market cap and then had a massive dump, another massive dump. And it definitely looks like basically the same type of situation that happened up here is happening right here, where there's a huge run up and then a crash down. And now there's another huge run up and a crash down. So look at this. There's a huge run up from here to here and a crash down to the 61.8 golden ratio. And that's where it bounced off of. Boom, 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 boom. So what do I think is going to happen is that if you take the Fibonacci from this bottom to this top, look at where the golden ratio is. It's at $1.663 trillion. So when the total market cap reaches right around here, that is when I want to be going in very, very heavy. I want to be going all in right at this total market cap of $1.65 trillion because I can almost guarantee, of course you can't guarantee 100%, but I think that there's a very high probability of the market bouncing from this level. And something that I want to mention is that I want to get alerts for when this total market cap reaches here. But when I try to put alerts into TradingView and, add alert on horizontal line, it doesn't let me do it. And it doesn't come up like normal, like regular coins. If I want to just do the Ethereum price, for example, and have my alert be at, let's say 2,700. I could easily set an alert for that and it comes off and it pops off and it goes straight to my Discord group. But for some reason, I can't do it on the total market cap. So what I did was I found this cryptocurrency alert testing software. And even though this is a little bit off, because this says that the global market cap for all cryptocurrency is currently $1,952 billion, you could see right here that it is $1,914 billion. So it's a little bit off, but not by a ridiculous amount. I mean, of course, billions of dollars is a little bit of a ridiculous amount, but really they're saying that it's right here when it's actually like down. It's right here, obviously, like according to TradingView. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an alert in that software for when the price hits $1.659 trillion. So 1.659. So let me put that in. 1659, and that's going to be $1,659 billion. And I'm going to set an alert. And if it goes below that, then I will hopefully get alerted and the group will get alerted, and that will tell me, okay, the crypto market cap, the total market cap has dropped by a significant amount and it's hitting this very big support level. So I'm going to go back in here. I'm going to go back in heavy here. All right. So I actually just set this up in my Discord. So now whenever the global market cap or Bitcoin market cap or Bitcoin dominance levels go off and they reach their zones, like whenever this reaches this zone, it'll show up in the alerts section under the VIP members only section, and it'll come up just like how it just popped up right here, which is awesome, so that you'll get alerted exactly when you need to be alerted. So now I'm going to do this for the dominance levels and other stuff too. But first, let's actually just go through this. This is the total market cap. You could see that the total market cap, it's on its way down. It hit the 38.2 a bunch of times, crashed back down to it, looked extremely weak, and then eventually now it's on its way down to the 61.8. Is there an opportunity for it to bounce from the 1.80, 50% retracement? Absolutely. However, the 50% isn't a true Fibonacci number. The 61.8 is, and that's the golden ratio. So I will bet money that it will go down to here first and then bounce off of here. So I'm waiting to buy majorly waiting to buy into most cryptos once this gets here. And that's a huge point. Look at the giant, really big picture stuff first, like the total market cap, the total 2 market cap, Bitcoin dominance levels, altcoin dominance levels, and all of that stuff to get a really good picture of the market. And that will influence how much you're going to be putting into trades, how much risk on, how much risk you're going to have on, how much risk you're going to have off. Okay. So this is very risk off for me. after this huge drop, conservative targets, shorting the market, taking my profits early, just not even being in any trades. Once it comes down here, I'm going to be risk on. Big moves, big trades, all this other stuff, right? Same thing like down here, big moves, big trades, because this was the 61.8. This was the risk off. This is the risk on. So this is same exact thing, risk off, risk on. So now I will have the alerts to go off once this reaches this level. And that is the total market cap. So I do feel like we will see continuation to the downside. So yeah, I'm expecting a bounce from here, and then eventually it'll come down to here, and that's when I'll be pretty much going all in. And you can already see that we're starting to get a bounce here. So that's not bad. Let me just put this right here. This is the total market cap. It's amazing. The total market cap looks very, very similar to how the dominance levels look, but you could see there was a big breakdown, and then people who got in here, the theory behind this is that there are a lot of people who were very smart money who wanted to get in at this support line, right? So when we had that huge breakdown, a lot of smart money bought right here, but then they were like, oh shit, when the price continued to tank for everything. So like, okay, we're going to get out at break even once it comes back up here. And that's why this was such big resistance. You know, that's why this turned into such a big resistance. It's because everyone that got in here thinking that they were smart getting at the support got scared and said, okay, we're going to get out at break even here. And that's exactly what happened. So now I could see it coming down here before making a huge bounce. But I do see a little bit of a recovery from the 50% and then, you know, a fall back down. So going from the total market cap, now we're going to the total 2 market cap. And let's take a look at this, and I will be right back. Okay, so the cryptocurrency market cap for altcoins is very, very similar to the total market cap. And that's probably because most of the market cap comprised of altcoins. Because you could see right here, 57, well, you can't see, but 57% of the market is comprised of altcoins right now. That's where all the money is. And 42% is in Bitcoin right now. So once this reaches this level, that's where I will be going heavy back into altcoins, but it'll probably reach the same exact thing as the total market cap as well. So, you know, when either the total or the total 2 reaches here, I'll be going back in heavy. And that's pretty much the total market cap right now. I'm not really looking for anything else. I guess the other thing that I want to say is that if it reaches this level, if it reaches 1.2 trillion, I'll de-risk a lot of my portfolio even more. So I've already de-risked pretty much everything, but or maybe I'll de-risk my investment portfolio a little bit. But right up in here when it comes to this resistance, because just like how people bought here and then they sold when it bounced back up, a lot of people ended up seeing that this was support and they bought right here, and then when it dumped, now they're like, oh shit, they want to get out of break even, so it'll probably they'll probably sell once it comes up here for alts. So there's a lot of different things to do, but yeah, I'll de-risk some if it comes back up here, or I will buy a whole bunch if it comes down here. And that is the total 2. So now I'm actually going into the Bitcoin market cap. So just the market cap for Bitcoin, because with my new alert system, I can actually send alerts out, for instance, to buy once the market cap of Bitcoin reaches this level. This is when I want to go all into crypto as well. So now I have 3 different, or 2 different alerts, but 3 different ways I could see what the entire market is looking like. The total market cap, the total altcoin market cap, and then the Bitcoin market cap. So once the Bitcoin market cap, all of the money that's in Bitcoin comes down to this level, that would be the perfect time to get in, because you could see this is some major support. So let me just put an alert in on here, and I will be right back. Okay, so that is the total market cap, the total altcoin market cap, the Bitcoin market cap, and now I will set an alert for the Ethereum market cap. And so I look at this, and obviously this right here, the triple tap, was a huge support. So if the Ethereum market cap comes all the way back down here, of course, I will want to get in quite substantial. I'll be going all in. Although I can use the Fibonacci, and 305 is a very big support. So I do see a bounce coming from 305 as well. So I'm going to make alerts for 305, and then I will make an alert for the 100%. Although, to be honest, the alert should probably be for the 78.6%, if not the 88%. 100% retracement, that's not going to be very good, to be honest. That would be really bad if we come all the way back down here after this major drop. We did get a lower high in, so we are in a bear market now. So let me plot out some levels for this, and also I guess I'll go back into the Bitcoin market cap, plot out some levels for Bitcoin market cap, because I did not put in the Fibonacci. Okay, so that Fibonacci is like that. So let me put in the Fibonacci for this, top to the bottom to top, excuse me, right here. So 2 zones, obviously this zone right here, but also the 61.8. So at $720 billion, I do believe there will be, and this has confluence right here. So there will be a bounce at this level as well. So I'll put alerts in for this as well, because right here, I could buy here, sell once it comes up here, and make quite a substantial amount, and then manage my risk accordingly, so that I will sell out up here, which will become the new resistance if we do get a bounce, a big enough bounce from this level, and then I will aim to buy back in right here, or I will buy back in a little bit higher. But I will make a substantial amount if it follows this path right here. So let me just make one more alert. Okay, so this is the Ethereum market cap for Ethereum. Right now it's at $341 billion. If it comes down to $307 billion, I have an alert that will go off into my Discord group, and I will buy a whole bunch of Ethereum and other altcoins right here, hoping to sell it right here. This is textbook cryptocurrency technical analysis right here. I will be betting a lot of money. So that's just my personal thing. And we have all of this. Now let's go to Bitcoin. Let's go to the dominance levels now. So yeah, this is Bitcoin dominance. And as I wrote up here, as Bitcoin dominance rises, altcoins can take a hit. Even Bitcoin can fall as Bitcoin dominance rises. This is exactly what's happening right now. I wrote this months ago. Every single update, I tell you about it. If it keeps going down, if Bitcoin dominance keeps on going down, then alts will continue to move up. If Bitcoin dominance moves up, alts will go down, at least against Bitcoin. But they could also go down, and they probably will go down against USDT as well, or USD as well. That's exactly what's been happening. And this is the weekly chart. So you could see that on the weekly chart, we came down into right into this level. This was the level that we came down into. We did not hit this back in January 18. We hit the bounce, and that's when all the shit hit the fan, to be honest, with crypto. So we hit right here, and now we started to go up. You can't see it because I have all my fibs, but if we go down to the daily chart, you will be able to see it. So let me go down to the daily chart on the Bitcoin dominance level, and you could see that Bitcoin dominance was falling as money was going into alts. A lot of money was going into altcoins. And then finally in May, we had that big crash throughout the entire market, and most of the money went back into Bitcoin because it's the most stable and people like it the most, and people want the most Bitcoin, right? And then, or most people do, smart people do. And then it came back down, came back up, all this other stuff, right? And then we had this run up in altcoins as Bitcoin dominance fell, and that was August, June, July, August. That was all of August, basically all of August, as altcoins and everything else rose. We had a huge run up last month. That's what we had across the board, right? And then we hit this level again. And I was really, I guess technically we did wick down into it. I was really hoping we would get a close similar to how we got a close here, but we just kept on wicking back down into it, and now we're on our way up. And this is where I said go back, and I wanted to, get the close and then go back into Bitcoin and USD right around here. So, but this was pretty good confluence in terms of there was this previous low, and this is where the crash happened, and then it came back down here. And I guess people were just getting scared, and smart money was like, we're gonna take our money early and get out. And get out a little bit early. So that's what they did in the Bitcoin dominance level. And I like this chart, but what I like even more is the altcoin dominance chart, because it's inverts. It's the exact inverse of the Bitcoin dominance chart. This chart tells you how much of the market, how much money is in the market that is not in Bitcoin. In other words, how much money is in alts compared to Bitcoin in the entire market. So right now, 57.85% of all the money that's in cryptocurrency is in altcoins. So as altcoin dominance falls, the market falls. And remember, back in May, we had the big market drop and altcoin dominance fell. We had some bounces along the way, but ultimately all of the cryptocurrencies were falling. And then back in August, beginning of the month, this is when the cryptocurrency market started to turn around, and we just went up. And we just never stopped. It was up only for the month of August. It was insane, right? And this right here, this break of this resistance point that you can see right there, this is when I said that I was going to go all into alts. So August 11th, this was my confirmation that alt season was on. And this is when Solana went absolutely apeshit. And that's when I went to Solana. So that was really awesome. But as you can see, we had the bounce. And then over here, we're getting really close to this resistance level. So it's like, oh man, I'm getting a little worried up in here. And like I said, for the Bitcoin dominance chart, I want to close. I wanted a close right here. And that's when I was going to get out. So I didn't get out during the wicks. But just a couple days ago, when I saw that this was going sideways, okay, and this was the support, and I saw that it was about to break it, I was like, uh-oh, this is bad. You do not want to see sideways movement into a major support level, or it's just going to break down. And that is exactly what I posted into the VIP and into the free group, in my Discord group, and even on TikTok, even everywhere. I was like, I'm getting out of alts. I'm getting out of everything, because this is not good. This is really bad. It's breaking through the major support that we had for an entire month, over a month, right? So now I'm out of alts, and once this reaches the 38.2 at 56.2%, that's when I'm going to go back in alts. So now I have the total market cap, I have the altcoin market cap, I have Bitcoin market cap, I have Ethereum market cap, and I have the dominance levels that all tell me different areas to get in. So if any of these hit the key areas, I will get an alert, and then I will go back into the markets heavy. Okay, I'm back on the screen. I don't really know what happened. I forgot to click my camera on, but I'm back on it. And now we're going to go over the actual coins. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin, of course. King Bitcoin. We will start off by looking at the monthly charts and just seeing what is going on over here. And you could see that we started a huge run up back in March of 2020 for an entire year. And then in April of this year, we just, had that insane doji candle. And then May was just like the big crash, ran back up. Let's see where this ran back up to. This went from the bottom to the top, 61.8. So now this went from the top to the bottom. Look at that, 61.8. Golden ratio zone. Actually, it went a little bit above it. Let me go to the weekly chart and check this out really quickly. And it did end up going, it ended up going straight into the zone, golden ratio zone, and started falling back down. That's why I use this. That's why I use the fib. I love the fib so much because it's so accurate. And so now it hit the 61.8 on the way down. It hit the 61.8 on the way up. So now, where will I want to buy in? $38,500. So it'll hit it on the way back down. And then we'll probably get a bounce up to $43,500. And that is where I'll probably sell. I don't know. We'll see what happens after that point. But that's my strategy. Buy mostly everything at $38,500. And so that's Bitcoin. So now let's go on to Ethereum. Ethereum at that nice $3,000 psychological level. But ultimately, what do I think is going to happen? I do think that it will end up coming down to the 61.8, which is right here at $2,580. So I will want to get in early. So I will want to front run this and get in at 2,700. That's going to be my area. So I'm going to say golden ratio will be front running this at, oh my God, running this at 2,700. And that's going to be my game plan for ETH. I'm definitely going to want to get into ETH at that level, at the 2,700 level. It's only 5% above the golden ratio. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let me put this on the bottom, easier, and make an alert. All right, so now that I made my alert for Ethereum, I'm also making my alert for Ethereum against Bitcoin, which I will want to get in down here. if it happens to come down here, I'll exchange my Bitcoin for Ethereum. After that, we have the DeFi perp. So you could see that this hit the 50% just like many others have. And now it's bouncing. Same thing, like I think across the board, we're going to see a nice bounce today, but then ultimately come back down to this level, to this 61.8. It's all the same, like across the board. It's all the same. And then we have Quant Network. Of course, if you're in my group, you know that I said to sell pretty much, I think right here, 366 is when I said to sell, and bought back in at 333, and then more, of course, at 300. So I just collect more quants. I'm happy with Quant Network, so I don't really care about selling too much of it. I just want to have more quants, to be honest. But ultimately, if it comes back down to 263, I will be buying a whole lot more. Let's go to ADA. So ADA, Cardano, same thing, same situation, came up, came down, hit the 50%, bouncing off the 50% again. Once again, will go into ADA if it hits this zone at 1.84. Moving on to Sol, we could see that Sol still has quite a substantial way to go before it hits a 61.8. It is having this nice bounce off the 38.2, which, you know, is or was predetermined, I guess. It was like pretty obvious it was going to happen. But this is where I want to get into Solana. I want to go all into Solana at $90. That's the best price in my opinion. By the time it reaches there, the EMAs should be somewhere around that level, hopefully, and we should get a really nice bounce from there, at least a solid 36 to 37%. So this is going to be a really big play for me for Solana. Moving on to BNB, you could see that it did hit the 61.8 and then started to reverse. So if we look at this, and we go down into the lower time frames, you can see right here, 61.8, boom, started to reverse. So this is actually a pretty decent long trade setup here. Of course, the the market is turbulent right now. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen with everything, but putting in this trade on, it's a risk to reward ratio of 2.07. And this is good because you just put your stop right underneath this previous wick, and it should be pretty solid. So I'm going to put this trade on right here, see what happens. Not expecting too much, but this was a pretty significant drop. So we are getting a little bit of a bounce, and usually there is some bounce after a big drop. So we're going to see what happens with this. And that will be BNB against USDT. BNB against Bitcoin is still, basically, this is the buy zone for BNB against Bitcoin. Although, honestly, I'd probably want to buy it down here, just given the fact of what altcoin dominance and the dominance levels charts are showing. I wouldn't really want to go into coins against Bitcoin with the Bitcoin dominance level rising where it is, Finally, we have Doge. Doge is not looking good. Hit the 78.6. And bounced. It originally hit the 61.8 and bounced. Now it's back down to the 78.6. I'm not really sure exactly how far down this is going to go, but it's not looking good for Dogecoin. I might need to reevaluate some things. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be in Doge too heavy right now. Although I will say that against Bitcoin, Doge came down and hit this major support. First, it hit this major support, broke through it. Now it's at this major support. So this is a good buying opportunity. Of course, you have your stops, down there. So maybe Doge right now isn't the worst play, but I certainly would rather be going into other coins. That's pretty much Doge. We have this major support right here. If it breaks through here, oh man, watch out. It could get real ugly real quick for Dogecoin if it breaks down, especially if it breaks down below 16 cents. Like the next area is 6 cents, so 7 cents for Doge. So this is not good. Yeah, I'd be de-risking out of Doge for sure, to be honest. Moving on to XRP. Wow. Okay, so I guess it hit my alert was at 86 or 863, and this hits 865. Wow, that usually always happens. That happens too often. So yeah, it hit my support zone though, my support area, and then bounced. So that's cool. How far it's going to bounce up, I don't know, but I would probably want to take my profits below $1 just to be on the safe side, because we're still in a very bearish times going into DOT. I do like DOT. I sold a bunch of my DOT up here, just rebought it right here. So yeah, that worked out really, really well. Let's see, DOT. I bought it here, sold it here, rebought it here, then sold it here, rebought it here, and then I was going to wait to sell it up here, but I ended up selling it here, and now I rebought around here. So DOT's been really good, just accumulating more DOT. I like DOT. This was my rebuy zone for DOT. DOT, I believe, will do very, very, very well when the coins rebound because of their parachains and just what they're doing, fundamentally speaking. So I'm just trying to accumulate as much DOT as possible, to be honest. I'm not saying that like DOT in particular will do very well. Like right now when the whole market's crashing, I think like DOT will crash as well. So I'm still like overall I'm in Tether. Like overall I'm pretty much hedged in Tether, right? But I did want to, like I put this trade on for DOT the other day. I made 15%. That was pretty nice. And now I have 15% more DOT than what I had before. So that works out really well. Same thing happened with Quant and all these other ones. So we have DOT. The next one, if DOT does come down again, then $21.23 is the next major support, given this Fibonacci from bottom to top. So this is where I would be going in fairly heavy if I was going to be going into DOT. And let me check this real quick. Going down to Uni, I really wouldn't feel comfortable getting into Uniswap until it reaches $15, just because that was the triple bottom down here. And yeah, I would just stick with Uni over at $15. Going further down, we got Link. Oh man, Link just terrible. Absolutely terrible. So erase some things like this. Let's look at Link on the weekly. So Link on the weekly, honestly, this is my buy on Link. It's at this line. It's if it touches this line, oops, that's when I will want to buy. So this is the weekly chart for Link, and I'm going to put an alert in probably like right around here just to get it, because I'm pretty sure if it comes down here, it'll tap this line and then move up from there. I don't know how long it'll move up or how high it'll move up, but it'll move up. Moving on to Crow. Yeah, I don't know. Crow is just looks like it has this major resistance and then major support. So I would want to buy if it reaches here, and I'd want to sell if it reaches here. That's pretty much the gist of Crow, to be honest. I wouldn't really want to mess with it any other time, because since 2020 it's been in this range. So yeah, that's what I would do for Crow. Okay, and then the last one that someone wanted me to do was HBAR. Pretty clear right here that we have this bottom formation right here. This is the bottom. This is now irrelevant, so I will erase that. That's the bottom. This is the top. This was where I said to take profits, so I already got out of my HBAR position last week or a couple weeks ago, I guess. And yeah, this is really all that I have to say about HBAR, is that I would want to get back in here, like at the very, very bottom. Maybe I'll give it a little bit. I'll front run it just a little bit, and I would want to get in right here. But this is where I would want to get back in for HBAR. And if we do that, okay, so it's hitting the 61.8 right now, but these are pretty long wicks, so I'll bring it down to here, and this is pretty much the true 61.8. So I'd probably grab a little bit right here, okay, and then save the rest, have some money saved up for if it comes back down to here. And that's going to do it for today's update. It's September 20th, 2021. hopefully we get a nice bounce right today, just at least a little bit of a bounce, and before, hopefully keep on going up, but it's not really looking too hot, especially with a lot of the news that's going on. So I'll make a quick news update right now and upload this video as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I guess the last thing I want to say is that Quant Network, this is where I'm going to be buying big into Quant, is around $200, $208 if it does reach this level, because I know that you guys like my Quant updates. So that's going to be it for today. Just as a disclaimer, none of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you what I am personally doing. And other than that, keep on stacking sats and keep on making those gains. Talk to y'all later.